If you've seen my last video, you'll know that I'm a big proponent of animation. I've been for as long as I can remember. As such, I wanted to make this video where I talk about the Kickstarter campaign for The Lovers. The Lovers is the debut film by Studio Heartbreak, an adult indie animated project. To quote their pinned tweet, the film is an adult animated film about repression, women loving women love, generational trauma, body horror, and the intricacies of desire and identity. Taking from their campaign page on Kickstarter, The Lovers is an independent animated film that follows Sarah Lim Balon, a reluctant seafood chef from Binondo, Manila. As the youngest member of her family to run their restaurant, Sarah faces the daunting pressure to live up to her late father's reputation and keep the business afloat. When the governor's inauguration dinner is planned at the restaurant, featuring a sirena as a centerpiece, Sarah finds herself drawn into the dangerous affair with the mythical creature. To be clear, I am not sponsored, nor am I affiliated with them in any way. I am making this purely out of my love for animation and my support for indie projects. As of me writing this sentence, the Kickstarter campaign is live, with 2 weeks left to go. I first discovered the campaign on Twitter, where I came across a tweet by the developer of the short film. Being that the film has a siren in it, I was immediately drawn, due to my interest in mermaids. Yes, I know they are different creatures in mythology, but Serena looks like a mermaid in the film, so I'm going with that. I closely followed the Twitter account leading up to the launch of the Kickstarter campaign. I knew I wanted to back this. I love supporting indie projects, mainly games and comics, so this was up my alley. The film looks really cool. From what I've gathered, it has elements of dark fantasy, horror, and romance. The 47-second trailer throws a lot at you all at once, but it looks pretty intense from what is presented. The launch of the Kickstarter campaign on May 9th was crazy. Unfortunately, I was at work while it all happened, but the entire project was fully funded in less than 2 hours. Watching the creators of the project lose their minds via their Twitter account was a real treat to see. I could feel their excitement through their constant tweets. For example, one of the higher tiers of the project was worth $4,200, where the sole backer of this tier would get the chance to voice Juan, a delivery man in the film. When it was gone in the initial 2 hours of the campaign, the creators were shouting with glee. It was so nice. There was a tier, the Sarah figure tier, that would include a limited edition Sarah figure. I went with this one. Initially there were only 50, and there wasn't a Serena figure tier. Yet. After a while, I imagine after much demand, a Serena figure tier was announced. I was among the lucky few to get my hands on this one. When I saw that it was open, I rushed to the bathroom of my job, edited my pledge to the Serena figure tier, and sat comfortably with the knowledge that I would be one of 75 people to own my little fish lady figure. As of me writing this sentence, there are 5,551 people who have pledged a total of $331,458 of a $60,000 goal. And there are 2 weeks left to go. That is insane! I really want this project to succeed. Something else I enjoy a lot about this short film is the personality behind the project, specifically from its creators. The studio has a sense of humor, with little quips all throughout, such as "you know why you're here" under the Serena's bathwater tier, or the fact that the major tiers are all variations of the numbers 420 and 69. It really demonstrates a level of character behind the creators. Even if you just look at their Twitter feed, it feels like a real person talking. Because it is, rather than just a faceless studio. It shows that these are real people with real passion pursuing a dream, and it's just awesome to watch. And I would be amiss if I didn't mention the queer aspect of the project. The studio's Twitter profile picture is a heart sporting the lesbian flag. Their bio mentions that the project is a Filipino queer, mermaid, adult animation short. As I mentioned before, their pinned tweet mentions that the film contains women loving women love, which is, queer. I am not a member of the LGBTQ community, but I think it's great that the community is being represented in media, in this case, animation. Another aspect that I'm enjoying is the outpouring of fan art by the community surrounding the film. If you search the hashtags The Lovers and or Studio Heartbreak on Twitter, you'll just see dozens and dozens of fan art. Some by guest artists, and some by submissions to a trailer screenshot redraw challenge hosted by the studio themselves. It's amazing how a piece of media can inspire others to make their own work. Lastly, I also appreciate that the studio, by way of their Twitter account, is using their platform to lift up other studios and projects. It shows a love for the medium and a desire for other artists and animators to succeed. They bring light to articles and other animation projects, spreading the love, such as another animated, crowdfunded, mermaid-related indie film, Sirenka, Legend of the Warsaw Mermaid. Definitely check this one out too. And that's all I have to say about this project. Go check it out. Support however you can. And remember to support the indies, be it games, comics, animation, whatever. I'll leave a link to the Kickstarter and any other relevant links in the description below, so make sure to check them out. And that's all for me. Thanks for watching, and have yourself a damn good one.